Good evening. I'm Margaret Atwood, and I write books. Some people consider these books to be gloomy dystopias, but I think they're quite optimistic, as I haven't yet killed off every single character in them. That's looking on the bright side. However, I'm a bit surprised to find myself at a gathering called One Young World. I'm older than Donald Trump. And better looking. I'm older than Joe Biden. I was about to say combined, but that wouldn't be quite true yet. It's an honor to be here with such an impressive bunch of young people. You're all so filled with energy. One day, you will have to take naps after lunch. So cherish the moment. But what a difficult moment we are living in right now. The astrologers will tell you the stars have not aligned like this since the French Revolution. That wasn't a whole lot of fun, what with the guillotines and mass drownings, though the ideas many of us cherish today, liberty, equality, sorority, a free press, democratic elections, and violent, bloodthirsty public spectacles such as football began right there. Every human invention and ideology is a three-sided knife. The good side, the bad side, and the stupid side you didn't anticipate. As every planner and inventor and policy wonk knows, part of the job is to ask yourself, what could go wrong? Often, quite a few things. Dare I whisper the words plastic and social media? The first is in your bloodstream right now. The second is addling your brain, not to mention your kids' brains. Is there a good side to either of them? Yes. It will be your task to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative, though that's easier said than done. However, I bring a message to you from a planet far, far away and in another time, namely the past. That message is, cheer up, it's been worse. Once, there were no avocados in North America. Once, children were taught to duck under their school desks in case of an atomic bomb attack. How stupid was that? Once, there was a world war that involved over 70 countries and every continent except Antarctica and killed an estimated 80 million people. Once, deadly plagues swept the earth. The bubonic plague that killed half the population of Europe, the European diseases that killed 80% of the populations of North and South America, the 1918-1919 flu that killed 50 million people, its victims dying within hours while bleeding from the ears. But so far, the human race has come through it all. And you can too. Your generation has many of the old kinds of problems: wars, economic inequalities, social disruptions, authoritarian regimes, but you have some new ones as well. The worst new one is climate change. It has brought with it a whole lot of other changes. whirlwind wildfires, floods, soil erosion, violent winds, droughts, bad harvests, and driven by all these things, human migration on a vast scale. These conditions are deeply unsettling. But as my mother used to say, roll up your sleeves. That meant there was work to be done. What kind of work must be done? Many kinds, but all are works of renewal, and all involve changing the way we see and imagine our lives. How do we segue from fossil fuels to renewables without causing riots and warlords? How do we restore damaged soil, degraded forests, trashed ecosystems, overfished and plastic-clogged oceans, poisoned fresh waters? How do we safeguard the living species on this planet, including our own? There are many solutions already underway. We're now seeing marine parks that increase fish numbers, mushrooms that eat plastic, and organic fibers made from sea algae, bamboo, and bananas. I haven't tried them myself yet, but I will. You know, Mussolini invented a fabric made out of milk protein, and it was great, unless you got caught in the rain. You smelled like cheese. Never mind. Printable houses can now be made in a couple of days. Plastic waste is being recycled into building boards. New fuels such as hydrogen are being developed. Low-carbon heating and cooling and energy technologies are here. So are more productive and less toxic ways of growing food. And why not? New foods. Whoever heard of chia seeds in 1955? You yourselves will know of many more initiatives, but to be effective, new materials and methods must have three things in common. First, the innovations must have lower carbon emissions than what they replace. Second, they must be cheap enough to be scalable so that many, many people will be able to deploy them. And third, they must be attractive enough so people will want to actually use them. Looking good and tasting good are built-in human must-haves. I will add a fourth thing. These solutions and their deployment must be international. Yes, all beneficial actions must be local and grounded. Ideas alone are ineffective unless they can become part of real people's lives, but there must be enough local uses to make a difference, and there must be enough benefit for local people. Otherwise, they won't bother, and why should they? Among the most effective conservation efforts have been those led by Indigenous peoples. They are motivated to care for their homelands, and they have the up-close knowledge to do so. The final consideration is this. International cooperation will be key. No one can do this alone. Inspiring visionaries, scientists, inventors, entrepreneurs, funders, policymakers, on-the-ground organizers, and yes, even AI analysts. This is a jigsaw puzzle with a great many pieces. But you, young world, have got the energy and optimism to take on the challenge. Otherwise, you would not be here. I very much look forward to seeing what you'll come up with. My final three words to you are, go for it. Thank you.